Mike Lupica, syndicated columnist for the New York Daily News, is covering the 2016 race. Mike, good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning.
When you look at what's happening within the Republican Party, is it splitting apart in front of our very own eyes?
I don't even think he's running as a Republican. I think he's running from the party of Trump. But I wasn't aware that in presidential politics now, Charlie, you could use the dog ate my earpiece defense when you said something.
Yes.
And how about this word disavow? Disavow sounds like some sub-language. No, I find him repugnant.
Right.
He got asked 3 times the other day. I wish every time I said something stupid on television, could just, blame it on the earpiece.
Blame it on the earpiece. I mean, what about this idea that the attacks started too late from Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio?
Think about where we are, Nora, with this campaign. What you're hearing now is that Rubio should have gone after Trump on things like spray tans and size of hands and which one of them sweats more before this. I mean, what sort of way is this to decide the leader of the free world? I always wonder what people outside this country are looking at now.
But we heard Nikki Haley just now. One of the other attacks that she made yesterday, she said whether it was Trump vodka or Trump University, that all of these have been failures, that we're not a project, the Republican Party. This is a race for president. The idea that some of the support behind Trump is that people think he's a great businessman and that he will bring that great business to the governing of Washington.
Yeah, but this information has been out there all along. I look at all of this outrage now and think, well, wait a minute now, we're getting religion a little late in the church service. And now we're at Super Tuesday, and you're wondering, can anything happen tonight that's going to change the narrative? Because eventually it's not about truth or beauty or these Real Housewives fights. It just becomes simple math. And if they don't stop him tonight or in the next couple of weeks, you can't stop him.
Why do you think nothing sticks? I mean, from the KKK to even those business dealings to the Pope to John McCain, list goes on and on and on.
Charlie and I have talked about this before. I once asked the old basketball coach, Chuck Daly, why people like Shaquille O'Neal. And he said, this country loves great big action heroes. He's turned himself into the great big action hero of this campaign. But here's the thing. I don't know if he ever thought the wall thing was going to resonate with voters. And he talks about a wall that will never be built, and people screamed. And then he talks about a ban on Muslims that he could never, ever put into effect. And they scream again. And so as long as he keeps carried by the roar of the crowd, then why would he stop doing what he's doing?
So the fault is with the voters and the fault is with us?
Yeah, I think a little bit. I mean, we can talk about how dumb the campaign has become. I mean, I remember an old story in Psychology Today. Where did my IQ points go? Yeah. I know where they went. They got sucked into the Republican race over the last 3 or 4 days. But if people go for this, I do believe we always get the kind of leadership in this country that we deserve. I do too. And so now we're going to find out what happens if it's ever Mr. Trump and Mrs. Clinton on the stage.
We have been fascinated by the spectacle and not the assault.
Charlie, it's a show. He has mastered the show. He has gamed the system here. He has figured out that this is a great, big, unfortunately, reality show in which he's starring now. And so far, he's gotten enough people to go along with it. And the other day, when he was asked that question 3 times about David Duke, okay, I don't think he misspoke. I don't think he misunderstood the question. You could see him calibrating whether or not he was going to hurt himself with a large part of his base by what he said next.
His first response was, I don't know him. I don't know him.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not know David Duke?
The Republicans I talk to say, well, this is an opportunity now for us to remake our party. I mean, is this overstating it that we may be witnessing something like 1856 where the Republican Party splinters, the Whig Party went into the Republican Party, that you now have a conservative party or something that comes out of the Republican Party, a remaking of the conservative movement?
Nora, think how upside down this thing has become. At the start of it, everybody was paranoid that Trump would run as a third-party candidate. Now the Republicans are wondering if they have to run their own third-party candidate. Oh, wait a minute, out of their own party.
Yeah.
It's great to have you, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Great to can we just point out the cover of the New York Daily News, which says it's the sign of
the apocalypse.
The
is here.
apocalypse. Yeah. We will see tonight.
Okay.
See tonight. Thank you.
Nora and I and our entire political team will have special coverage of Super Tuesday tonight. It begins at 10, 9 Central here on CBS. We will also have Super Tuesday results throughout the day on our digital network, CBSN. You can watch on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and other supported devices.
How many of those devices do you
I
have?
was going to say, I didn't hear Mike's phone in any of that. But I
CBSN, you can just get it right on your phone. That's exactly right.